Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn about examples of quadratic equation. Okay, so we are having 3 questions over here. Let's start with the first one. First condition you should keep in mind while solving the quadratic equation that you have to use only one variable. That means you can't use over here as a y. You can take only y or only x. You can't take x and y simultaneously. Okay. So as our question says, find two numbers whose sum is 27. If it was earlier chapter, like chapter 3, you would have take let the first number be x, let the second number be y. But in the quadratic equation, as our question says, you can't take y. You have to only use only x. Okay, so we will make, let the first number be x. So we are assuming let our first number be x. Okay. So what will be our second number? So as our equation says, first number plus. Why did I put addition over here? Because our question says sum is 27. That means first number plus second number gives us 27. Total of 27. So our first number is x. So write over here x plus. What is your second number? Y? No, it's not y. So you have to write over here second number is equals to 27. You need to find your second number. So side change, you will get your second number as second number is equals to 27 is at its own place. You are changing the side of x. So it's positive x. So it become over here negative x. So we got our second number is equals to 27 minus x. Okay. Now what your further question says, and its product is 182. Product means your multiplication. So your first number multiplied by your second number gives you the answer of 182. So what is my first number? My first number is x. What is my second number? My second number is 27 minus x. Okay, equals to 182. Solve this question. 27 times x gives me 27x minus x into x gives me x square equals to 182. Okay. Now, I am changing the sign. Now, keep this into the standard form. 27x minus x square minus 182 equals to 0. I have converted this into a standard form, but still, our sign is not same. So, I am changing the side of whole term. So, what will I get? X square plus becomes minus 27x and this is minus 182. Okay. We are changing. Minus 182 goes over there and becomes positive 182. Minus 127, minus 27. How does it becomes minus 27? 27 positive was there, changed its sign and it's going positive, negative 27 and negative x becomes positive x square. That means I have converted the whole equation from my LHS to RHS. So that is why my sign is changed over here. Okay. Now we are doing the factorization method. So for factorization method, as our rule says, first term multiplied by last term. That means your 182 is getting multiplied by 1. That means it will brings 182. Now split this. Now factorize this 182 in such format that by adding 182 you should get 27. Okay, so here we are factorizing over 182. 2 91s are and 7 13s are. 13 1s are. So 7 times 2 becomes 14. 14 plus 13 gives me 27. Yes, 14 times plus 13 gives me 27. And 14 times 13 gives me 182. Yes, 14 multiplied by 13 will give me 182. So now instead of writing 27, what will I write over here? I will write over here 14x and 13x. Now, as our sum says, middle term sign goes with your larger number. So write over here minus. Second sign is decided by with our own self. Now I want addition. So which sign should I kept over here? I should keep minus sign because minus minus becomes plus. So write over here x square as it is Instead of 27x, what you will write? You will write minus 14x and minus 13x plus 182. Clear? Now, first two terms pair and last two terms pair. Okay, what is common in between? My x is common. What I am left out with? X minus 14. Okay, now what is common in between? So, here, how does 182 becomes? You can go for the next step by splitting it, that x is formed by x times x minus 14 into x minus 13 times x plus 182 becomes 13 into 14 gives me 182. So what is common over here? I have my minus 13 common over here. As I earlier said in the earlier video, whenever you are taking out your minus sign, your internal sign changes. That means now this plus becomes your minus. So what I am left out with? This x is left and this 14 is left. That means I will get x minus 14. How does this plus become minus? Because I have taken out my minus sign is common. So my plus will change its sign to minus. Okay. So I will get my two brackets x minus 13 and x minus 14. Okay. So equate them with the help of 0. So x minus 13 equals to 0. And x minus 14 equals to 0. So we got two values, x is equals to 13 and x is equals to 14. That means our first number can be, what will be our first number? Our first number can be 13 or 14, or you can take our second number can be 13 or 14. So we got our two values. Our first number is equals to 13 and our second number is 14. Okay, this is your answer. Keep this answer in the box. Okay, clear? Now we are moving with the second sum, which says find two consecutive positive integers. What they have said, they are asking for positive consecutive integers. So first you should know what is a positive consecutive integer. So let's consider our first number be x. So let our first number be x. So what is your second number? Consecutive means adding 1 to it. If I am taking my first number as 1, so my second number will become 2. Third number will become 3. So if my consecutive number is x, so it will become x plus 1, then x plus 2. Because my x was 1, so 1 plus 1 gives me 2. 1 plus 2 gives me 3. Okay, this is called as consecutive numbers. So our first number is x, so second number becomes x plus 1. What is the equation saying? Find two consecutive positive integers whose sum of squares, that means the squares of these numbers, will give us 365. That means this first number square is added to the second number's square, give us the answer of 365. First of all, write your equation in the easy format so that you can understand it clearly. What is my first number? My first number is x and it's square. That is why I have kept over here the whole square. Plus, what is my second number? My second number is x plus 1 and we are asked for its square. Gives us 365. Okay. Now solve this. X square means x times the whole square gives us x square plus. Now what is this? This is your identity. Which identity? A plus b the whole square. Now what does your identity says? A plus b the whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. That means in my case, my a is x, my b is 1. That means it will become x square plus 2x plus 1 is equals to 365. What I have done over here, I have just substituted the identity which we have learned in earlier standards. Okay. So now open your bracket. What you will get? X square plus 2x plus 1 equals to 365. Okay. Now go for your like terms. X square plus x square gives us 2x square plus 2x plus 1. I'm changing the side of 365. Side change and sign change. That means I will get over here minus 365 equals to 0. Now I get 2x square plus 2x plus minus, that means 365 minus 1 gives me 364. What will be the sign over here? Minus, because my larger number is having minus sign. What is common over here? I am having my 2 table common over here. Okay. So what can I write over here? 2 common, x square plus x minus 182. How did I got my 182? When 364 is divided by 2, because I have taken out my 2 common. So I got my answer as 182. Now 2 is in multiplication, 2 goes down there. That means 0 divided by 2, it is 0. So our final equation is x square plus x minus 182. Okay, again the same format. First term multiply by last term. You need to find the factors of 182 in such a format that by subtracting it, I should get my answer as 1. That means again 13 and 14. Why I am taking it directly? Because we earlier solved it. That how does 182 is formed? You can multiply 13 into 14 gives you 182 and 14 minus 13 gives you 1. Okay. So instead of writing 1 over here, what you will write? You will write over here x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182. Now you will say, how did you decide your sign? So middle term signs always goes with larger number, and second sign you can decide it by yourself. As I want to subtract, plus minus gives me minus. That is why I kept over here minus sign over here. Okay. So this first 2 term and this last 2 term, split them up, x into x plus 14 into x minus 13 into x minus 13 times 14. Okay. Now take out common. What is common with me? X and x is common. So x common. What I am left out with? X plus 14. What is common over here? Minus 13 is common. As I earlier said, whenever you are taking out minus sign, your internal sign changes. That means x, what I am left out with? X plus 14. Is my bracket same? Yes, my brackets are same. That means I got 2 answers, x minus 13 and x plus 14. Now equate them with 0. So x minus 13 equals to 0 and x plus 14 equals to 0. So what is my value of x? Side change, sign change. That means I got my value of x as positive 13 and my other value of x is negative 14. Now question asked over here is positive integers. That means my x is equal to 13 is valid, but my x is equal to 14 I can't take into consideration. So what will I do? If I am taking my first number as x, first number is equal to x is equals to 13, then my second number eventually becomes second number. What was the equation of second number? X plus 1. That means 13 plus 1. It gives me positive 14. So my 2 consecutive numbers are 13 and 14. Okay. Is it clear? Okay. Then move on. We are moving on to the last equation of this chapter, this video. What is our equation saying? We are the altitudes of right angle triangle. That means we are given over here a right angle triangle. What we are given over here? A right angle triangle. And its altitude is 7 centimeter less than its base. What we are comparing its altitude with? We are comparing its altitude with the base. And if its hypotenuse is 13, that means it is clearly mentioned over here that if we are taking triangle ABC, AC becomes our hypotenuse and it is 13. It is clearly mentioned in your question. Okay. The thing is you need to find 2 sides. You have to find these 2 sides. How you can do so? We are comparing our altitude with base. Okay. So whenever there is comparison made, always take the thing which is compared with 2. So we are comparing our altitude with base. So we will first make the equation of our base. So let our base be x. Okay, we are supposing that our base is x. So what will our altitude become? So then our altitude is, what is our altitude? Altitude is 7 less than base. That means it is base minus 7. It is smaller than our base. So our base is x and our altitude is 7 less. That means our altitude becomes x minus 7. Now you have already studied your Pythagoras theorem. What does your Pythagoras theorem says? Pythagoras theorem says hypotenuse square is equal to, write it down, hypo square equals to side square plus side square. Okay, so in this case, what is my hypotenuse? My hypotenuse is 13. So right over here, 13 square equals to side square. That means we are taking our base square plus altitude square. Okay, altitude square. So 13 square will be equal to, what is my base? My base is x and my altitude is x minus 7 the whole square. What is the square root of 13? It's 169 equals to x square. Now again, as we seen earlier, x plus 1 the whole square. That means we are given over here x minus 7 the whole square. That means your identity. Which type of identity? A minus b the whole square. What your identity says? A square minus 2ab plus b square. That means in my case, a becomes x, my b becomes 7. Now substitute your values over here. That means x square minus 7 2s are 14, x plus 49. Okay, I have just simply solved this equation. That means I have kept over here 7 minus 2 into x multiplied by 7 plus 7's square. So 7's, here a will come, x will come. So here becomes x square minus 7 to the 14x plus 49. This way I got my equation here. So 169 equals to, open your bracket, x square plus x square minus 14x plus 49. X square plus x square gives me 2x square. So 169 equals to 2x square minus 14x plus 49. Now side change. Change your side of 169. 169 come this side. What it will become? 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169. Now 2x square minus 14x plus minus minus. Now do 169 minus 49. What is your answer? Your answer will be minus 120. As you can clearly see over here, my 2 is common in this equation again. So can I take it out, my 2 as common? Yes. So what will my equation become? X square minus 7x minus 60 is equals to 0. Now 2 goes in your denominator. That means your final equation left with is x square minus 7x minus 16. Now solve this equation with the help of factorization method. 60 times 1 gives us 60. Now factor the 60 in such a manner, or split the 60 in such a manner that by minusing it you should get 7. So take the LCM of 60. 2 30s are 2, 15s are 5, 3s are and 3 1s are. Now pair this up in such a manner. Okay. So 2 2s are 4 and 5 3s are 15. Okay, 15 minus 4 gives you 11. So it does not becomes your answer. So take another example. Multiply 3 2s are 6 and 5 2s are 10. So it is also not coming, your answer is not coming. Then take your answer as Okay, 2 twos are 4 and 4 threes are 12. This way. 2 twos are 4 and 3. It becomes 12 and another is 5. 12 minus 5 gives you 7. So instead of writing 7, what you will write over here, your factors are 12 and 5. So minus and this will become your plus. So write over here x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60. Okay. So solve it up. X into x minus 12 into x plus 5 into x minus 12 into 5. Pair of first two terms and last two term. What is common? My x is common. So x common, x minus 12. What I am left out with? Plus 5 is common, x minus 12. Now two brackets are x plus 5 and x minus 12. Equate them with the 0. So x plus 5 equals to 0 and x minus 12 equals to 0. So I got my value of x as negative 5 and x is equals to positive 12. Okay, now as you can see, hypotenuse can't be negative, the sides can't be negative. So this is not valid for our answer. So for this, our first base becomes, the answer of base becomes 12. And as our altitude was 7x minus 7, that means 12 minus 7. It gives me 5. So our altitude is 5 and our base is 12. Hope you understand this type of sum and you can make your equation easily. And thank you so much for watching.